We're starting to notice the damage that's happening to our environment. Our power plants are hurting the ozone, and our fossil fuels are quickly being depleted. A solution just wasn't being found fast enough, so we've been working tirelessly to come up with a solution. This is Big Wind, and this is Windy. Windy is a brand new, innovative, 65 kilowatt vertical axis wind turbine. Its state-of-the-art design is completely different from the turbines that you're used to. At 105 feet tall, our turbine is not meant for the wind farm, but for individual schools, public office buildings, small businesses, and wastewater treatment facilities. After intense development, we're excited to share the Windy turbine with the world.
It all started with a prototype we built right here in Michigan. Not only did we prove our concept, we accomplished feats that have never been done before. This prototype showed us how to perfect our design. Windy features very few moving parts, power components that are easy to access. It's made out of state-of-the-art composite materials and uses electronically controlled trim flaps from the aerospace industry. Windy even has remote control blades that fold themselves up in dangerous high wind situations.
Windy blows past all the obstacles that normally get in the way of clean power. I'm sure you're asking yourself, what about the noise? What about the birds? We're proud to say that Windy answers these common objections to wind energy. We've developed a sleek, cool-looking solution without the pulsating noise of other turbines. And the design and shape of the blades makes it easy for birds to see. In fact, we've actually seen birds fly around our prototype. Windy is the world's only turbine that can be installed, maintained, and removed without a single crane. The turbine can be easily delivered on the back of a standard flatbed truck. Its base can be dug with a common backhoe, and it even has footings that can be installed without pouring any concrete. Windy self-erects, and a small crew can install it in days, not weeks. And if Windy ever needs to be moved, it can be done without leaving behind a concrete base for future generations to deal with. And with that, we are able to restore the Earth to its original condition.
That shows you the lifting rig and what we're putting together.
Right? When will all this come about? You gave us a deadline of 2013. Does this whole new slab have to be taken out, the old slab taken out here?
No, but the structure will come down. I haven't gotten there yet. I will explain.
Well, I mean, I'm just curious because you're feeding all this, and half the people don't even realize what's going on. We've heard what happened to you over the years, which was 8 years, not 6 years. So we're just bound and determined to find out, are we getting another snow job? Will this come about up the near future? Or is this just putting it off again?
You think what I'm doing is a snow job?
I don't trust what you did over the last 8 years.
You don't?
No, I sure don't.
Okay.
Amen.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own feelings on it. You don't trust me, and I have solved and dealt with each one of the problems. I guess I should have just thought about myself, is what you're saying.
Well,
I didn't do that.
We waited, Brian, for things to be told to us. You said you call or within a week or 2 weeks, but here we never got all these calls back telling us where you were, what was happening, or when it will transpire. You left us hanging.
No, I didn't. No,
Yes,
I didn't. No, I take a serious offense to that. I did not leave you hanging. I've answered every phone call that has ever come to me, and I return every phone call that's ever come to me. I've talked to every one of the news medias that has ever contacted me, sometimes because of travel and legal issues, where I've been tied up for months on end, 80-hour weeks. I have taken a couple days to get back. But I've always come, I've driven up here consistently, and it hasn't been 8 years. For me, it's been 6. I've been involved for 6 years.
Go back to
I
the
did
start.
not cause the problems that happened within that
We had
company.
meetings
I
once a
took them
month
on
here.
to solve those
We
problems.
had meetings once a month, and many months we never knew what was changing, what we were looking at. You'll ask Evelyn that.
Well, just don't take disrespect to this. But what do you think, I'm home eating bonbons?
I don't know what you're doing. I don't
I'm
care what
working.
you're doing.
I'm working, you
You're
don't
just
care?
concerned about what's going to happen here
Okay.
and when. That's all we're
That's why
asking.
I'm here.
Yeah, you've been here before, but we never really solved anything. You can't come up, we talked to you for a while, so you're gone again. Ask Rudy. He's the chairman. I'm just voicing my opinion.
Well, I don't think you understand what's involved when you get involved with a legal or federal lawsuit. I don't think you understand what's involved when you're fighting about patents. I really don't, because it took years, okay? And like I said, most would have quit, but I didn't, okay?
But you tell the community what's going on. You talk to them and they'll talk to us. What do we know? We don't know anything different than it was last month. This might happen, this won't happen. We had to put up with the public here for 8 years, giving excuses for what you're doing.
Excuses for what? For the money you spent?
No, I'm
You
not
didn't
talking
spend
about
any money.
but this is our property at Toronto here.
And what has this done to hurt this property?
It hasn't done any good.
What has it done to hurt it?
Reputation,
We went into this.
reputation.
We went into this, that this was a prototype. Prototyping takes time. The company, I was not McKinsey Bay when this got started and it failed. What would have been the right thing to do?
Bail out.
And that's what losers do, okay? And maybe that would be your choice, but it wasn't mine, okay? I'm an American. It's
So am I.
American-made product.
I'm
2013. That's the best answer you're gonna get out of it. And 2013. I have commitments, I have expenses associated with it, and this turbine will be replaced in 2013. There's one that's going to go up at my office and some select other sites. And I'll give you just, I guess if this was the only thing that any of us did in our daily lives, maybe we could move faster. But we have to help rebuild McKinsey Bay and bring their stock back so the value will come back to all the stockholders, which were ones, I am an owner as well, and maybe some of you are. Clean Green Energy has ongoing business in many fields. All the engineering, stress analysis, CAD work that had to be done to perfect our parts so they could go into mass production. All the legal issues that were involved in dealing with it, then all the marketing issues, then going out and signing power purchase agreements. I spent last Christmas in Hawaii signing deals in Hawaii, okay? Dealing with schools all over the nation and putting it all together so that we can produce something that is going to come to the market. It's a lot of work. Now, if you're GE and you can throw $100 million at it, or $1 billion at it, it's simple to do. It's not easy to do when you're a small company. We're 14 people.
A question, where will the other wind turbines be located?
That will be announced soon enough.
That'll be what?
Be announced soon enough. There are turbines that are going to go up in Hawaii. I will announce the locations when I'm ready to do that. We're a private company. I have to protect us.
I have a question. I have had a customer at my convenience store. He was recently in Arizona and saw one operating out there,
Saw one what?
just like this. He said it's just like ours and it was operating in Arizona.
That's
Out
in
the
Four Corners.
field.
It's a smaller wind turbine. That's not us. It's
No, I
real
know it
short.
wasn't you,
It's on
but-
Four Corners between Arizona and the bordering states. It's been there for quite some time.
If you can, before you produce the 100, could you at least take this one down?
Why?
It's so unsightly. We
The
never.
community doesn't have anything to say about if what I do with my money, and that's what you don't seem to understand. If I came to you and said, you know, I want you to change the design of your house because I don't like it, how would you react to that?
If it
This
was
is my
an
investment
eyesore-
here.
If it was an eyesore, we could do something.
When you look out the window, is that an eyesore?
Yes.
Why don't we take that down first? That's been up for 37 years. Cliff Shafts hasn't been used in how many years? Why don't we take that down? Let's take those down first, and then we'll look at the turbine.
That's a good way to talk around things.
No, I'm not
But
talking
we're
around it, I'm
asking-
talking directly to it.
We're asking for one thing before you build 100, at least relieve us of this.
I'm going to take that turbine down when I put the other one up. Because it bothers you, I'm sorry, I
It's
can't
not
please you.
me, it's the people that elected me. There's rarely a day that goes by. And even if I'm in Nagani, Marquette, wherever, we hear about it.
That should have no bearing on you, though.
But it's-
I know you're, because you're
Yeah.
on the city council, because I used to
And I
get the same
can't give,
thing.
I've never heard anything from anybody, so I have no educated answers to give them.
Well, just
I-
like I
Evan, I
said,
hear about it all
if
the
that
time,
one,
too.
if
I
that
come
one
with the
came,
daily
But you
thing.
know something about it because you've been in on it. We
And
have
besides,
had
I don't
no
think it looks
reports
bad
on
either,
it.
so.
Let me say something else here. Let me try to just,
corner looks worse.
Evan, let me try to address this a different way. If you remember in history, there was an automobile, it was called the Tucker, okay? They ended up building 50 of those, okay? That vehicle was so far ahead of its time. You can roll your eyes all you want, ma'am, but it was so far ahead of its time. The technology today is just starting to come onto the current cars. And that was in the 50s, okay? It's just starting to come to the current cars. This is on-site generation with no noise, distributed power at zero expense to the customer. Think about what I'm saying here. No investment on the city's part, on the community's part. Private investment, put something at a location to help the community at a lesser cost in supplementing and having the ability to have on-site renewable energy and everything that comes along with that.
Can I say something?
How is that bad?